very much, my good brother, Deputy Director for Communications, George Krobia. My commanders, friends from the media, good morning to you all, and I welcome all of you to the national headquarters of the New Patriotic Party. I'm happy that this morning we have invited you and you have accepted our invitation and you have joined us here. There are serious national issues we want to put before you and the good people of Ghana. My dear friends, colleagues, this is our motherland, a country we so love and cherish. That is why, as a people, we have chosen democracy as the form of governance that we want. And since 1992, this has been the system of governance that we, the people of Ghana, have chosen for ourselves and have been under. We have held successive elections, handed over power back to back, the last one being last year, 2024. Therefore, Ghana can be described as a beacon of democracy, not just in Africa, but I think in the world. Our democratic ethos have been built around our resilience as a people and our belief in rule of law, equality of all men, and that we are not an animal farm where others are more than others. 2 legs cannot be better than 4 legs, and vice versa. We have gotten to a stage in the path of our country's growth that serious issues are beginning to pop up that needs urgent attention. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the 7th of January 2025 handed power to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as President of the Republic of Ghana after he won a decisive victory in the December polls. The good people of Ghana believed in the reset agenda sold to them by the NDC and decided that that is what they would opt for. In the reset agenda, it is believed that the NDC and its government were coming to give us a better life. Reduction in the prices of food, goods, everything. A better life for the people of Ghana. Ghanaians voted for them. Ghana was a peaceful country, doing very well. Today, I am scared to say that the narrative is changing. The story is becoming bleak, gloom. And I am not a prophet of doom. But if we continue on this parallel road, then we are on the way to Damascus. But all we patriots stand shoulder to shoulder with each other to say that we will not allow this country to be taken down a dangerous road. We have seen in the last period an evidenced pattern of gross abuse of power by the NDC government. Selective justice is taking center root in our society. And this is dangerous to the democratic ethos that we all believe in. That is why, as a party, our forefathers who started the fight against colonialism will not sit and watch this country thrown under the bus. Ghana is a democracy and not an autocracy with a supreme leader. If you are elected with an overwhelming majority on the premise of lofty promises, it doesn't make you a supreme leader that we are seeing in John Dramani Mahama today, His Excellency. The culture of silence is coming back. The dreaded culture of silence that the antecedents of the NDC took us through in the dark days is beginning to be reintroduced in Ghana. Today, people are getting scared to free their minds, to go on social media to write, or on TikTok to have conversations. Because the president has told us that today they have technology that they will use to crack down on citizens. However, Your Excellency, the Signals Bureau that President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo established was for a good purpose, to protect the cyberspace of Ghana, its citizens, and not to persecute them. As you are aware, we have some serious national security challenges presently. Ghana is witnessing steady decline as far as security situation is concerned. The Boko situation has taken a nosedive. We have seen Benyiri, where some 13 or so people were killed, with over 20,000 of our compatriots running into La Côte d'Ivoire. Recently, we saw clashes in Greater Accra where people lost their lives. In Sampa, there were disturbances and some police people were attacked, and pockets of it across the country. It is safe to say that security issues are becoming a problem in Ghana. And one would have thought that a serious government would deploy an agency like the Signals Bureau to monitor and deal effectively with anarchists and people who foment trouble in our society. But that is not the border of the NDC John Dramani Mahama government. Their border, their focus is on NPP, its members, how to persecute, how to kill political dissent, and shut down opponent voices. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends in the media, there's been a consistent pattern of arrest of people who align to the NPP. Let me give you a bit of a rundown. Amadou Zakor, a young man who made a post, was arrested just because of a Facebook post. Gordon Asare Bediakun was arrested and no reason was given for his arrest. And this is a journalist. No reason whatsoever was ascribed for the arrest of Gordon Asare Bediakun. One evening, we heard news of the arrest of Okatache Afrifa Mensah, a young man who had just gone to write an exam and was leaving the campus, was accosted by men in 3 pickup vehicles, heavily armed to the teeth. Without any question, they bundled him and took him into custody. Whatever reason, nobody is told, because of his advocacy against the government. We saw the arrest of Sir Obama because he posted a picture on social media with a certain caption that this weapon is in the hands of civilians. He was arrested, dehumanized, molested, and treated less of a Ghanaian because he's an NPP person. And God, being a just person, decided that what the young man had written, which in all intents and purposes was to draw the attention of national security, police, and everybody on happenings in the north, rather was picked up. Indeed, Sir Obama was not the originator of the picture. It has circulated on social media for a while before Sir Obama decided to post it. Guess what? The IGP himself led a high-powered police delegation to Boko in an effort to broker peace. His vehicle was shot at, I'm sure from a distance. I want to ask, if the post was a lie, where did those guns come from? Recently here in Greater Accra, I don't want to remind relatives of their pain. There were gun clashes. We all saw the videos of sporadic gun fire around Soweto that people died. So where was the lie in the post? Where was the lie? Was the interest just to prosecute, persecute, dehumanize, punish Sir Obama because he's an NPP person? I think the answer is yes. Yes. Friends in the media. Then Adenta Komi, another brilliant young NPP chap, who in abhorrence to the facade relative to the removal of the Chief Justice, as a law-abiding citizen, writes a petition in the same manner that 3 people used to ask for the ouster of the Chief Justice, also petitioned His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. His reward was that he became a subject of arrest. In fact, he was raided at dawn in the presence of his wife, the mother-in-law, and little children.
Very sad. Very sad.
He was arrested for no reason. Ajinkwana, another journalist, was arrested in Kumasi, brought in Accra, and he says that on the way, he was beaten. And he showed spraying on his muscles as evidence of the torture he received from security people. And because he made certain remarks deemed unpalatable by state security, so he was picked up. We went to court. I was present in court. And the court remanded him into custody for 2 weeks because he shouted, "I'm a hero," essentially. The latest one being Chairman Abronye, arrested because supposedly he insulted the IGP. So the IGP decides that I'll use my police service to go after Chairman Abronye, even though he could have exercised the civil procedure of filing a defamation suit. Mana, that is not all. Young people expressing themselves on social media. How this government, with all its lofty promises of 24-hour economy, jobs flowing here and there, one job, 3 shifts, 3 people, not happening, they can't find jobs, and so on and so forth. Young people having conversations on TikTok miraculously became the subject of arrest. My brother and friend, Fanti Comedy, on his TikTok page, went on live, and in the course of conversations, friends joined. Because of that conversation, Fanti Comedy was arrested. Together with AY. AY's story is one of the most interesting because there was no invitation to AY. He decided that on the 3rd conversation, I was present online. And Fanti Comedy is my friend. Once police has invited him and he's going, I will accompany him to the police headquarters. When they got there, they said, aha, you two, we are looking for you, so you're also under arrest.
Arrest like a party.
Harassment.
Immediately, the young lady was taken into custody. And they were harassed. We fought and fought for bail for them. Bizarre. 2 young ladies were also arrested from Inshayasu in Kumasi. Their parents were not told where they were taken. In the case of Sir Obama, when he was granted bail, we were told to bring him back to police headquarters. It was at that point we noticed the presence of 2 young ladies there. Then I was told that these are NPP ladies who have also been arrested. Since Friday, and this was Monday, since Friday, they have been in police custody. And Monday, as at around 1-2 p.m., they had not taken them to court. It was at the point that they were taking their statement. So I asked the investigator, where is their counsel? Where is their lawyer? That there's no lawyer. And they were pushing the young people, the young ladies, I think 24 and 26 years. They were pushing them to write statement, and they were writing. Then I said, no, stop. I called one of our party lawyers, Lawyer Afuakwa, who was all the way around Hacho. He stopped everything he was doing and then came to meet us at the police headquarters and served as their counsel. On that Monday, they were not taken to court. It was the next day, Tuesday, that they were taken to court after 96 hours, breaking the 48-hour rule.
Harassment.
That is constitutionally mandated, charged. After 96 hours, before the 2 young ladies were put before court, and we told the judge that the police have already violated the rights of these 2 individuals. Nonetheless, the court refused to listen to us and gave them 2 weeks remand. This miscarriage of justice, arbitrariness, selective application of the law, selective justice is gaining roots in Ghana. That if we do not talk about it, if we do not act against it, and it takes center root, my friends, my colleagues, I'll remember you, let me remind you the parable of when they came for the socialist. I didn't say anything because I was not a socialist. When they came for the trade unionist, I didn't say anything because I am not a trade unionist. When they came for the Jews, I didn't say anything because I'm not a Jew. When they came for me, complete it. When they finish with NPP people, they will come for you. And let me show you that it will happen. Recently, one of Ghana's biggest music acts, undoubtedly, the biggest musical brand in Ghana, Shatawale. Pam, 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 pam,
SM for life. SM for life.
was arrested by Yoko and kept for about 24 hours. Then they did their thing to Shatawale too. He was given bail of 10 million Ghana cedis.
It's being conditioned to punish.
Let me tell you, when they started these unreasonable bail conditions and we started speaking against it, maybe people thought that it is because they are NPP people. No. I repeat, it is on the point of principle. And that is why I went to support Shatawale, to show my dislike, my disgust, my angst towards the unreasonable bail conditions that they have been putting on people. They arrested Chamawoon to me, and they gave him 50 million bail conditions. I don't know whether Chamawoon to me was supposed to go and sell his ribs, his heart, his lungs, his kidneys to raise the money for as guarantee for the bail. Then Paul Adum Ochri was also picked in the same manner by, I think, his prosecutor. As if that's not enough. The former Buffer Stock CEO, Abdul Wahab Hanan Aludiba, was also arrested, together with his wife, and left 3 young children at home. In fact, when we even prayed them that at least release the wife to go home, they refused. So the 3 small children, the eldest being about 8 or so, were at home with just another, young member of the family. And the 2 of them together were slapped with bail conditions amounting to 18 million Ghana cedis, with 2 sureties to justify. Recently, Percival Kofi Akpalu is their latest victim that he's taken into custody and he was given 10 million cedis bail. And he was kept for days. The laws of this country are very clear that bail conditions are not supposed to be used as punishment.
Yes.
What we have seen under this garrulous government is that bail is being used as a backdoor strategy to keep people in incarceration. And these are the dangers emerging that we want to put before you, the good people of Ghana, that our democracy is under threat,
Serious attack.
and that if we allow these things to fester, one day the monkey will go to the market and will not return. If we fight against it, our freedoms will be guaranteed together, so that you will not go to court and a judge will look at you in the face and tell you that some are better than others.
Kangaroo states.
That today Ghana is an animal farm. That when you are an NPP person, you are lesser of a person in the NDC. And let me juxtapose to show you the deep-seated selectivity playing out in our society. When you are an NDC person in Ghana today, you can do anything and go scot-free. You can do anything and go scot-free because of your political colors. In July, we had by-elections, in fact, rerun of certain polling stations in Ablekumanov, captured on live TV, video, thugs, hooligans, bandits, vagabonds were seen brazenly attacking Honorable Howard Kumsin and our national organizer, Deputy National Organizer Chris Lloyd. In fact, journalists were also assaulted that day and other people. We asked the police to arrest these people because we identified all of them and gave their identities to the police. In fact, they are just here. Alajo and Nima here. They are not any far. Those boys are just here. Alajo and Nima.
We know them.
They refused to arrest them. They refused because they are NDC people. They told us later that they are taking them to court and giving them fine of 6,000. When they were arrested, we do not know. How they were arranged before court, we do not know. The only thing we saw is news of their sentencing whatsoever. But I can tell you, if they were NPP people, they would have gone in their Rambo style, heavily armed men to the teeth, riot, dressed up military people.
Like ninjas with Black Maria.
And go after them. As we speak, we have a petition before the IGP, signed by the General Secretary of our party, that one Wahab threatened the life of the minority leader, Afenyo Markin, in Akwitia, threatened the life of our national organizer, Nana B, and the minority chief whip, Honorable Anodombre, that he would have killed them if he had seen them. Threat on their lives. As we speak, by now the guy is eating contombre and apim in his constituency. He's working a free man. We also saw on live video Vice Chairman of the NDC, Sofa Zoka, attacking our third national vice chairman, Shaman Masaudu Buga. Nothing has been done about it. We were told that he was arrested and granted bail. Then Azoka posts a picture, in fact, a video of him sitting with his boys in Tamale. To prove that, no, the police lied. So Ghana Police Service, where is your integrity? Why the selective application of the law? Why the selective justice? And the NDC government, why this level of intolerance? We are seeing state-sponsored harassment, thuggery on opposition voices. The same government that birthed the dreaded Kevin Taylor, who has slaughtered every person in this country on the altar of his show. This government was able to bring Kevin Taylor into this country. They went and took him from the airport when there is a warrant, an effective warrant of arrest on him. He was not arrested. He was chauffeured by national security to a safe house, fed, together with his family, well protected, and they took him to court, the very judicial system of Ghana that he bastardized. He robbed in the mud, and the Supreme Court rescinded the warrant on him. And he came out and was laughing at everybody. He was mocking everybody. What is brazen more than this? What is brazen more than this? You people can benefit from the buffoonery of Kevin Taylor, but you can't take a small taste of your own bitter pill. The president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is a beneficiary of the foolishness of Kevin Taylor. All the insults he rained on everybody. Myself, having been on the chopping board of his show, he once sat on his show and called me a teni abwa. And that yenfa de empomiti so enkumi. Such a person is granted access into this country, chauffeured, taken care of, and allowed to go scot-free without harassment. But yet, NPP people are being harassed. That is the kind of government we are having today in Ghana. That is why my friends in the media, all of us, we need to stand up. We need to speak out. Our country is being destroyed. The youth of Ghana are no more safe. They cannot speak. We will not allow a government to turn us timid, timorous people. That is not the youth of Ghana.
Resist oppressors' rule. We are going to resist.
We will resist oppressors' rule. That is why, in a voice of defiance, I say to you, all of you, rise up and let's demonstrate on the 23rd, Tuesday.
Yes.
And show our abhorrence to the selectivity, the injustice, the perversion of this government. For all of us, our collective safety, that will build a better society for Ghana. Friends, our democracy would only thrive and flourish if politicians are held to account, and that we never get people power drunk, use all sorts of lies, deception to win political power, like we have seen in the current NDC government, where the good people of Ghana, we have sold our color TV and gone to buy a black and white. Our democracy would only thrive if we all resist tyrants, despots, and people who have little regard for the rule of law. This culture of silence being introduced in Ghana, the biggest sufferers of it will be you, the media. We are just a small screen. When they are done dealing with us, they will come after the media. That is why, come and join us, everybody, everyone. This is a clarion call, an invitation to everybody. Even if you are not an NPP person, but for the sake of our democracy, come join us. And let's speak out. And let's stand out. And let the world see that we are not timorous.
No way.
And that on any day, if we are visited with tyranny, we will resist it. That is why on Tuesday, we will be demonstrating. Starting from the Obra spot, 6 a.m. in the morning, we will all be there. Come and join us. All young people, TikTokers, everyone, media people,
Musicians.
people in the creative arts, wherever you are, come and join us as young people of this country. Let's show our love for our motherland by saying that no,
Enough is enough.
enough is enough.
Enough.
Yensuro,
Ahunahuna.
Yensuro, Yensuro, Yensuro. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends in the media, in concluding, the insecurity in Ghana is becoming a problem. And not just insecurity. Galamsey has swallowed this government and is even belching. And when this government came into office and began on a bad faith, targeting young people who had been duly appointed and revoked their appointment, we said it, that we are in for a rough ride. It's been consistent steps that this government has been taking. From the dismissal of young people to the dismissal of the CJ. Now they are going after people, the political opponents. It is something that is well orchestrated, well planned. And that's why all of us should deal with this matter and ensure that we hold politicians to account. And that never again should politicians use lies, deception, lofty promises to win elections and do nothing. Because we all believed in the reset agenda. That is why the overwhelming majority of the good people of Ghana voted for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, that they will end Galamsey in 1 week, declare a state of emergency, stop every form of ill that they perceived under the NPP, and make Ghana a better place. Minianum, is Ghana a better place?
No!
What giant strides can we see this country make in the last period?
Family and friends.
The very things they campaign against are the very things that they are doing, even far worse. That is why I told you that we have sold our color TV and bought a black and white. I thank all of you. And it is my fervent belief that Tuesday we will all gather and show to the world our unbroken resolve, our tenacity, and our true spirit that we can't be broken. As the youth, not just of the NPP, but the youth of Ghana. I thank you.
Tissue.
Minianum. Yenyabre pa.
Yenyabre ko.
Yenyabre. Yenyabre ko. Ma. Memboni tofa. Yadamu nyina ase. Say yetun sa efremo amaji yeso. Na minianum. Tuesday. Yebeye oyekire kese e won kran ha. Mesro bia say yen piembra in our numbers. Na yenye demonstration enfantre NDC aban say momon fire say abe. Abona omo hye Ghana fo no omo di bon so. Oma jai omadwuma ena omodi omani esi NPP fo so. Ah omochichi enkrofo. Ah emfa kwan paso. Yen nyina yehu. Kwan omofa so chi fancy comedy eni yenuanom omo TikTok so edi nkomo. Nkomodi enti omakochi omo. NPP bebunu ye nyina yenim se omoye social media any activism edima NPP Amadu Zakor Gordon Asarbediakun se Obama Adenta Kumi chairman abronye omo nyina ya che omo na ye the police ehunahuna aban no ahyeda ona omo hye police for kutupa aban no kasa eni abadaye omo de be bu man no omo tu mani asi NPP for so